before there was crack, there was PCP.
Sherm, yeah.
The
Angel
Sherm.
dust, we used to call it back
Angel
then.
dust. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much running the drug trades around Compton, pretty much, right?
Yeah, they all got on that. Around Compton. Now my dad in them era, well, they were all hooked on Red Devils.
What's that?
There was some type of pills they were taking, and
Upper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of his friends, and that's why he said the only reason he probably never got on heroin, was because he was scared of needles. But that's what, in the early 70s and later on was the drug of choice.
Okay. And then crack started coming around.
Crack came in the 80s. Ronald Reagan always say.
Right. And then that's when the gang started to really ramp up because now they had money.
They had money, mainly for territory now, to push their crack cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were in high school when crack started to hit, or more like junior high?
I graduated from high school in '84.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was out there, but I mean, in my later when I started working, 'cause I started working in the jail for the city of Compton in '85, and it was rapid then. I mean, it was on every street corner. '85 to '90, crack cocaine was bad. I mean, it was affecting all of our homes. I mean, if you was black and you had somebody that was in your family that was hooked on crack, and still have issues from it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, crack cocaine really messed up the black families.
Yeah, I mean, I interviewed Freeway Ricky a bunch of times, actually.
Okay.
And he was moving literally hundreds of kilos. You were moving 100 kilos a day. You had a dozen crack houses that were making $40,000 in profit a day. And you had a network of dealers that were moving 500,000 crack rocks a day. When you look at these types of numbers, and this is all, you've laid all this out in your book, it is a staggering amount of drugs. I mean, 500,000 rocks a day. Like, when you look at that right now, how do you even come to grips with it?
I don't know. It's like, that was just something I stumbled up on, It was only when I really got in prison that I really understood the magnitude.
Yeah, they dumped it into our communities. I mean, people get mad when you say it, but that's just a fact. Because you didn't see crack cocaine or anything in the other, and it ain't like we had boats. How was it coming?
Well, I mean, even Freeway Ricky at the level that he was at,
Yeah,
he wasn't moving it from out of the country. He
They
was
were
too
bringing
scared
it,
to go overseas to go meet with these guys himself.
Yeah.
We were vulnerable in Miami.
Right.
And that was one of the reasons that when they offered me to go out the country, that I didn't really want to go out the country because I felt so vulnerable.
Oh, so your Miami connects were trying to get you to go out of the country?
Yeah, they used to try to get me to go out the country.
To what country?
Mexico, Colombia.
Aha. So he had a connect who was a South American guy.
Yeah, that was literally, or the Colombians, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his guy was, Oscar Blandon was Nicaraguan.
Nicaragua, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he was, he had a Nicaraguan connect that was literally moving hundreds of kilos to him all the time. He said once the Colombians came, the price dropped. Well, I guess once Blandon got in the picture, you were moving up to $3 million of cocaine a day.
Well, yeah, it went to another level because he took it down even cheaper than what Ivan had did, but at the same time, Colombians had also moved into the game too.
And what happened with that?
Well, the price was going down.
Aha.
Okay,
They started.
the
Colombians started undercutting everybody.
Those are who I remember coming through the jail system because you had the federal task force. Now you had city police and federal agents working together. Because federal agents back then was just really book smart and had all that resource. They needed street cops to come into the community and say, okay, this is the major player. This is who we need to be focusing our time on.
Well, the drug traffickers were using the gangs to move the product.
Correct.
Pretty much. Were you ever busting guys with major quantity?
No, I never worked at that level. I have saw it and seen it and know officers that were, but no, I never was at that level. I never was really big into the narcotic game other than at the street level. The guy
Okay.
that's sitting on the corner with 10 or 15 rocks in his pocket and a gun on him and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, what was the biggest bust that you knew of in Compton while you were working?
A guy named Fink, who Keefe D trying to take credit for it, saying it was his, but it was Fink's dope. He had 63 kilos, and he was moving it. He had an old man driving a camper, and his family, like they were going on a trip, going out, because they was moving it back south, because that's where you can get more money for your keys at. But they were trying to look like a family. But they had informants, had an informant that said, hey, this old man about to, move about 63, 70 keys across the country. And we stopped them and seized the camper and the trailer. We was always told it was Fink, but I recently heard in his book, Keefe D trying to take credit like it was his, but I don't believe that.
I mean, 63 kilos is a lot, but it's
Oh,
not very much compared to what
You just
Freeway.
act the biggest that I know about.
Yeah. I mean, Freeway Ricky was doing like daily 100-kilo pickups and stuff like that. It was really ridiculous at level. He said that at his height, he was moving 500,000 rocks a day.
Well, rocks, because you break it down.
You break it
powder
down.
it up.
But when you think about it, he had like 17, I think like a dozen crack houses and so forth. It was really
It was a bad
massive
epidemic, but 100 kilos is a lot of weight, fat. Some of us like to put a little bit extra on how important it was. Not saying he wasn't, but I don't think he was doing that much. 100 a week, 100 a day is a lot. That's a lot, especially once you break it down and rock it up.
right.
That's a lot. I mean,
Right.
That's why they came up with the rock and the baking soda and all of that to stretch it, to make more money. If
Exactly.
you ever watched the show Snowfall, watch Ricky at the beginning. Snowfall tell you how that came up.
Right. Right. And Freeway said that.
When John passed, the only effect that I could think about is that, he stole my story.
I thought you got it worked out. They didn't.
Absolutely not.
They didn't.
Yeah, I just asked him about how he felt about
Oh,
Singleton
okay.
passing.
I thought they got that
He
worked
was-
out. I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that.
He had nothing nice to say about Singleton.
It's sad, but that's the state that we in. A guy would take your shit and use it and don't feel that he's supposed to do nothing for you for it. Not even having the courtesy, to say, you know what, man, thanks.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, because that is pretty much Freeway's story.
Yeah.
You watch it and say, okay.
Yeah.